as I begin this journey all over again, uh, teaching those who basically uh, didn't have the ability to learn, didn't have the time to stop, those who were confused about the journey in life. And as I take my last observation from those that I walk with, I taught, those who have changed, exchanged information, and their hearts were pretty innocent, and to greed got in false information funneled through their membrane, and they began to start acting like those who lied to them. And the reason why I put it this way, people come or came over to America, as you see the flag right there, and they had their own reasons for going against the the grain, the way of life of the people that was already here. So they said the people were ignorant and the people were lazy because they didn't dance to the beat of the slave master's children. They said that they called them Yankees and they call the other ones Caribbean. And then if we look at sound right reasoning, sound right in the reasoning for we using these sounds that are called words. And when you say Caribbean, carry or carry a being. So they came back to the motherland from the islands that had separated from America, and it was influenced by the slave trade. It was influenced by those who were identified in the Bible as the 11 tribes of the Canaanites. So you have those who are from Portuguese, those are from France, those are from England, those are from Spain, and it goes on, Germany, it goes on and on, where they have taken the biblical name that you would recognize as being biblical people from the scriptures that we left for every generation, and they changed the names. So they changed the identity, and they gave you a false identity. So this falsehood is now, it was given out, people took it, and they declined to listen, to read, to observe, and more important, to live it. They decided to live another lifestyle and continue, which was we call materialistic. And then we add the next word, because we say materialistic, it doesn't resonate. So we have to say materialistic greedy. They didn't, they seen the outside of this mission that was located on Bushwick. When you say Bush and wick is the light. The bush was the place where Moses seen the light and got the 10 Commandments from the angelic beings. And what happened was those people, they looked at the light, they took the information of the light, but they did not come into the light. It was on the outside. So those who were on the outside and they took the information and they lived this life that they call Islam today, you're wrong, because you don't know what Islam is. It was the monkey see, monkey do in you that led you to go all over the world thinking that you had Islam by way of the purest facts that was gathered by those who was living Islam every day. Those who knew that the book of 1400 years ago or 1600 years ago with the Prophet Muhammad could not be relived at this time because of the surroundings. I'll give you an example. When the Adhan is called, and that's the Adhan, and I should not have to tell you what an Adhan is, but it's a call of prayer. When the call of prayer, as they call it, is called, you should be able to hear it. You should be in the range of the voice to hear the call of prayer. If you have to drive to get to the place, that means you didn't hear the call of prayer. That means the protection that was set up as what they call today they call a community. Before they call it a Ummat. And the reason they call it the Ummat because that was the natural order of that which is here from that which you cannot see. The solidification of the manifestation of the physical going back to what they call the spiritual. But those who know and follow know that the word spiritual is not the word that we use. So on the end of my analogy, getting back me that was put into the wisdom of others or the wisdom of the I now continue this mission of teaching the next generation, the returning souls, so they would take the time to alleviate themselves, walk over the bridge from captivity into this new place that we have. And is without brick, without stone, not cut by hands. It goes from what they call mental. And with that is unstoppable. So as I continue to teach this and the things that I'm saying the first year, first of all, the word year is an agreement. When you say Happy New Year, you're saying you're agreeing to the calendar of the 12 months that they describe what it is to you. That's not the 12, what they say, lunar cycles, or what they call the Denera or the star map or astrology or astronomy or numerology That is something that they made up to control those who wanted to be controlled, that are now uncontrollable. So before I leave this, I just say this. When someone takes their life and continue and don't stop, and is not guided by the angelic realm, you're not going to come back because you have a couple of things right and be accepted. You have to get at the end of the line and learn all over again and listen to that which you thought. When it says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do not appreciate you being with those who are not in the ranks, in the teachings, in the mental of the teachings of pure Islam, by way of all the prophets, not just the Prophet Muhammad, not just the Prophet Isa or Moses, but all the prophets had a message to bring. And as we retain this vital information and examples, we're not to let others take that which is embedded in our DNA away from us. So coming back, and I just got back, I would say 7 months ago, and I appreciate the reception that I did get with curiosity and questions, and people from this new generation, OMs. When they say OM, if you don't know what OM is, because we're not giving away nothing. No more free samples, no more data mining. If you're not working closely with me, then you're not working with me at all. So with that, I'm going to continue to read this here, this agreement that I had made, and I tried to put it out before things happened. I had to get back to myself. I got back to myself and found out that the things that other people is doing, they're wrong. But being that they've been doing it for so long, that's an example that we take, not to be like them. You see, they say one thing and they do something different.